plug it in.
I can't believe it's been 2 years since PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale came out. Hard to believe it for myself too. It doesn't even feel like it's that old either. November 20th, 2012 was the day it came out. Well, here in America, everyone else got it last. Especially Japan, which I can never understand. I still remember the moment when I eventually got this game. I remember getting the week it came out. I got it on Black Friday. Yeah, ironically, it came out that same week when it was Thanksgiving week, too. Funny. So when I went there, I hung out there at my local GameStop and bought it, along with my first headset. Hard to believe, I thought they would drop the price on us a few things. But no, they didn't. Because in total, I bought PlayStation All Stars, and I bought myself a P11 Turtle Beach headset. And in total, that costed me $105. So yeah. If you're wondering, was it worth the money? Well, some people can disagree or agree. But for me, yes, it was worth the money to get it early. Yeah. But not only that, I was also playing the demo at my local GameStop too when they were having a PS3 fair. I managed to battle a couple people there too. In the demo, the first people they had were Jack, Parappa the Rapper, Big Daddy. I forgot who else. Oh yeah, and there was also Kratos, but someone else there too. And I think, yeah, it was also Radic. A couple of them. Yeah, but I think those were mainly the ones there I could recall. And everyone I've played was not very good. I mean, it was like probably like the first time playing it. I mean, for most people, I was like, when I played people, I was basically undefeated with Jack. Not people couldn't even beat me with Kratos, honestly. Which brings me into another subject I will get to on later. But however, like I was saying, I became undefeated where no one could usually beat me because I think no one has actually played the game, so they decided to try it out, and it was very fun at that time. And what else was there? Yeah, and there were a couple of people who were not like PlayStation, or a little bit of a PlayStation person, but most of the people I played like were more of a Smash Brothers person, which I can kind of understand. Because, for those of you who are wondering, of course there are Nintendo fanboys who hate this, because they say it's basically a knockoff of this, which I hate, because honestly, who really gives a shit? I mean, video games is about fun, not fanboyism, for crying out loud. Yeah, but, I mean, I play Smash Bros. Brawl too, and I don't say it's a knockoff. I mean, I like it too, because I'm basically a Nintendo person and a PlayStation person. Even though most people aren't, I'm like one of those people who are. But I never had a problem with that, even though most people I knew who were Nintendo fans had a problem with it. Freaking Ramirez. But however, I do like the roster though too. I mean, both rosters from All Stars and Brawl were pretty good. Except a lot of people didn't really like the PlayStation All Stars roster because most of it was not really deserving that. Because a lot of people say there were most people who didn't deserve the spot, like freaking Dante. I mean, I think Dante did deserve the spot, but not his new look. Because mainly because the roster should contain contain characters that are only PlayStation exclusives, even though there aren't many characters that are PlayStation exclusives. Before, I thought most of them were until I found out they were actually multi-platformers, like Raiden from Metal Gear. Like, I thought Metal Gear Rising was just on PS3, but then I found out it was also an Xbox version, too, so. And there's also Dante. I mean, I think he deserved it at first, but then I found out there was, like, freaking Devil May Cry 4 and all the others on Xbox 2. And, what else is there to say? Oh, yeah, and Big Daddy from BioShock. I think a lot of people say he didn't deserve it, but overall, and there was also Fat Princess. I don't know why either. But and there was also Sir Daniel Fortescue. I didn't exactly know how he was there. I heard he was from Medieval, but I never heard of that game. I think it's because it's an old game from the PlayStation, if I'm correct. I'm not really sure. I think I should check probably later. But the characters who I do think deserve to be on that roster are Jack and Dexter, Ratchet and Clank, and Sly Cooper. The main three that were basically on PlayStation exclusives back in the PlayStation 2 era. But they still continue to have games today, except for Jack and Dexter. Even though there are basically rumors that there's probably going to be a Jack 4 in the works right now. But that rumor has been speculating for a long time, and fans have been doubting it like ever since. So I'm not really sure about Jack 4, but I wish it could happen. A lot of people have been wishing for it to happen. But other characters that I think that also deserve to be on there is Kratos from God of War, Radek from Killzone, Parappa the Rappa, Coma and that's pretty much it. I think everyone else is it. Except also, maybe, I mean, I think they could, I'll get to the DLCs later. I think there are other people who deserve to be on there much than them. Even Heihachi didn't really, I don't think Heihachi could have, I think Heihachi did deserve it a little bit, but I think there could have been someone better representing Tekken in this game. Maybe, like Jin Kazama. I mean, Jin may have been only on Tekken 3, but he was more recognizable and more likable than Heihachi. I mean, they could have done a lot with him. I mean, like, Jin, like, have something level 1, all I know is they could probably have a level 3 to be double Jin. I don't know what else they could file for level 3. 1 and 2. But overall, I think he could have fit more better than Heihachi, though, in my opinion. And then let's get to the DLCs. There's Cat from Gravity Rush, Emmett Graves from Starhawk, I believe, yeah, it's Starhawk. And they were the first two characters in the first DLC. And what do I think of them? They're pretty good, actually. Even though I'm good with Cat, and I'm okay with them. I just haven't been used to them. But I think he deserves to be on that roster. I mean, I think Cat deserves it, but I'm not sure about Emmett because I've never actually played Starhawk, or I've never actually seen it. So, and then there was the second one was Zeus and Isaac Clarke. What do I think about it? I think that one. I think Isaac deserves to be on there, but Zeus. Honestly, I do not like Zeus at all. We have two characters representing God of War. I mean, besides freaking the two Coles, we have two characters representing each franchise in two different series. We have freaking Zeus and Kratos from God of War, and the two Coles from Infamous. But yeah, there are like mainly 5 games in the franchise right now. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then Dead Souls. And it's a pretty good franchise too. It's different from other franchises. I can't exactly point out the genre because I don't exactly know it. So that's why I need to go back and look at it. And yeah, but I highly recommend this series. It's pretty good. I've only played the first game. Did I say that? Oh, man, I'm feeling a little stupid. Yeah, but I've only played the first game. I've seen the other games by Scottish Duck 17. That's how I first knew about the franchise and the series. It's pretty good. Like, I need to stop repeating this kind of crap. But I heard it off Scottish Duck 17, so that's why I first started to like it. And I first actually got the game off somebody, and then I started playing it. I kind of liked it, so yeah, I highly recommend that. And I almost forgot to mention, the main characters I use in this game a lot are Jack, Raiden, and Spike. Those are my 3 main characters I use a lot, but mainly Jack, because he's like my highest level. Overall, PlayStation All Stars is a pretty good game, in my opinion. It's like, if any of you go to my channel and look at Best of the Year playlist, I made up Best Games of the Year 2012. And number 1 on that list was PlayStation All Stars. I mean, the number 1 game I've played that year. It was PlayStation All Stars. And why was it exactly? Because every other game I played were good, but not as good and fun and addicting as PlayStation All Stars, in my opinion. The only problem that there is about it is the online multiplayer sometimes, where when you try to play people online, sometimes it lags off. Like, you suddenly start playing and then there's an internet connection lost to the host. And no one actually knows who the host is. Sometimes it usually picks by random, so. And I also like to point out, eventually I'm going to be showing this in my next fighting game skills videos. but not too soon. Maybe by the beginning of December, probably, or later than that. Depends on how much time I have sometimes. Yeah. And I might post this video late because of issues, probably. Yeah, I don't really know. Oh, I know I might probably post it late, so that's all I probably know. Oh yeah, and which leads me on another note. Most people will actually complain about playing online sometimes, not because of the laggy, because of most of the players and what they use. Because before the ultimate update, which happened like, I think back in, eight, I don't forget what it was. I think it was just like about back in the spring, I think. A lot of people would use Kratos, Radic as noobs, be tryhards, because Kratos was basically the Meta Knight of PlayStation All Stars, as I would describe it, because he is the most overpowered character in the game, and you could see why, because he was so easy to use. His combos were overpowered. He was easy to stop attacks and everything. Man, it's just a nightmare for most people who didn't use Kratos. Gosh, I still remember those days where I had a hard time playing tryhard Kratoses. Man, it still brings back memory back to like first 3 weeks I played it. But like I said, overall it's a pretty good game. I just really wanted to make this video to celebrate its 2-year anniversary. And that's why I really wanted to make this video, just because it's been 2 years since then. And that's all I have to say for this. Thank you for watching, and I'm out.